Ruthless TRX, what up? Oh, hey, Chad, I forgot to tell you guys. When I was driving to the airport on Tuesday night, or Tuesday morning, right? Flight's at like 8 o'clock, and I got to check my golf club, so I got to leave pretty early to make sure, because you got to get there. You have to check your bag. If it's going under the plane, you got to check your bag like an hour before your actual takeoff. So you got to get, normally I kind of skate to the airport, and I don't have a check-in with like 15 minutes until boarding, because pre-check, clear. Normally, you could just waltz on through, no problems, really not have to worry too much about timing, so you're not sitting around at the airport forever. But I had to get there a little earlier, and I was tweaking the night before because I look at the weather forecast, and we've got like a tornado watch. And they're warning about, even when I checked in for my flight on Monday, they were already talking in the American Airlines app about inclement weather that could affect my flight. I'm like, fuck, dude. Not only am I a nervous flyer, but you throw in advisories like that, and like they're talking in the neighborhood group chat, they were saying that there could be like 70-mile-an-hour gusts. I'm like, what the fuck? Out of like the 8 months that I've been living here, you're telling me that the first time that I get a warning like this and a tornado watch, it's going to be the day that I got to take a flight. So immediately I'm already tweaking. But, it was sponsored by MasterCard. Got to go. Got to show up to the airport at least, make sure I get there, because my obligations started later that evening. I'm like, all right, we just got to man up and fucking go. So I wake up, downpour, just absolutely pissing from the skies. Just rain, wind, pitch blackout. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. So thankfully, I already decided that I was going to drive myself to the airport and just park there so I can just skate out of there. I'm only there for 48 hours, whatever. Because even if I try to call an Uber at that time, there's no way that somebody was going to be accepting rides or pick me up. And I definitely wasn't going to make my wife drive me to the airport with my daughter in the car. Hell no. So guess what? Beautiful opportunity to really feel the full power of a truck, bro, my Raptor. And I was actually pretty excited. I'm like, besides it being dark outside, I don't mind driving in the rain, wind, snow. It doesn't matter. I grew up in the Midwest, deal with it all the time. But I'm like, you know what? This is going to really test, like, did I make the right decisions by buying this truck? Because in my mind, I always wanted a truck just in case something like crazy happens, some doomsday fucking, it probably wouldn't matter if you got a truck or not. But in case we need to get out, lickety split the family, I like my Tesla, but if there was like an EMP that went off, hopefully the truck would still work. I think it would. I mean, it's got to still have the analog components to it. Actually, it's a push to start. Whatever, dude. These fucking details are unimportant. The long story short is that I drove that fucking truck to the airport in a storm. I put it in an all-wheel drive. Might have been a little overkill. Don't know if I needed it, but I did it. And it handled like a dream, brother. No problem. No fucking problem. And you know what? When I finally pulled up to the airport, my fucking heart sank into my stomach. My stomach then proceeded to sink into my ass, because it dawned on me that I raised the truck by 2 inches, which is not significant by any means, but it's not the default height. And it dawned on me, I'm like, wait, is my truck going to have clearance for these garages? Like, am I going to scrape on these cement slabs? Is this truck too high? So while I'm like pulling into the damn gate, they got a bunch of basically like toll booths. You grab a ticket to get into the airport. It's massive. There's like 30 of them. So it's not really like a huge inconvenience, but I legitimately like was ChatGPTing the height of these parking garages and my truck all at the same time, thinking that I might have shit the bed on this one and I'm not going to be able to actually park. And thankfully, I actually cleared it by 2 inches. But holy shit, bro. I'm like staring up through my windshield, driving around this damn thing. I'm like, there's no way that I'm not about to scrape on this thing. It looked like I could like lift my head out of the mirror and lick it. I was so close. Holy hell. My truck's 6-inch lifted with 35s and fits in most garages. Yeah, that's super helpful for me to hear. And even before I lifted it to 2 inches, I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, can this fit through most, like drive-throughs and garages? He's like, yeah, no problem. So I shouldn't have been that worried about it, but, me as an overthinker. I got to stop overthinking, though, and thank this, man. The anonymous gifter, is this the same guy that was here the other day that was just dripping in subs the entire time? Anonymous gifter with 5 gifted subs, 10 gifted subs. Holy shit. Yo, you don't think that's my wife, is it? I'm trying to figure... dude, we had an anonymous gifter that gifted like over 100 subs the other day. And I'm like, who would be doing this? Because most people, you wouldn't want your name to be anonymous, right? And I, obviously talked to my wife about everything. And I'm like, I haven't been streaming as consistently. And sub count gets lower every day, but still a tremendous amount of subs. And it just made me think to myself, I'm like, is that my fucking wife doing that? There's just no way, right? Anonymous. Thank you. Hold on, I'm FaceTiming my wife. Hey, you're not gifting me subs right now, right? You look pretty. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, is Gracie still napping? Get a little antsy. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay, so you're definitely not gifting subs because we just got 10 more for anonymous gifter as well. I thought you might be trying to make me feel better about my lack of consistency on stream. All right, I love you. All right, hey, anonymous gifter, it's not my wife, confirmed. Thank you again for another 10 gifted subs. Holy shit, brother. Or sister, but definitely not my wife. Could have been my sister, though. Hey, anonymous gifter with another 10. I mean, this guy doesn't stop. Genuinely does not stop. Anonymous gifter, thank you so much, brother. Plimish, thank you very much for the tier 1. L. Ben, thank you very much for the sub. Goldmo with the 2 gifted subs. Shro, Dynamics, I don't care. Beckers, Gooey Panda, Lee Taylor, Captain Morgan's, Ruthless TRX, Yo Fakey, Bobby Blunt, Sugar Thighs, Chug Bud Joe. Swag deal with the 5 months. Link to Prez, Striz, guys, thank you. All right, hey, chat. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to drain the main vein real quick. I'm going to pee. And then we're going to get started with Frag Punk. All right, gentlemen? So give me 2 seconds, okay?